Yeah, it's so hard to get real estate or houses now. People are like, well, why don't you buy a house? It's like, because I'm 50 odd now. It's like, you're never really going to own it, am I? 30 odd years, hopefully I'll be alive, but if I'm not, it's like, fuck it, I'd rather just rent than, like I said, these people in really, as soon as there's a problem, you can call them up and they'll get a plumber there the next day and shit. So I think developers coming to look at it on the 24th for this month. And I think they take ownership on July 1st. Still have a bit of time, but I think they're going to do what everyone's doing around there. Of course, the blocks are so big, they're just knocking it down and putting in units and stuff.
Yeah.
But even then, our friends down the road, they lived in the one house for 20 years. And once it got sold, they were still there for like 18 months before all the plans went through and shit. So, and our yard is such a big lot, you've seen it, where the trees and that, they're going to have to dig down at least 7 foot just to get the tree roots out. There's going to be a lot of digging and backhoes going on that property to clear the land. So I just hate the thought of moving. Oh.
Have to find a new home for the crystals.
And she spent like 20 grand putting all that pond in the backyard. But luckily she said she can take it with us. She can take all the pavers and dig it all out. And if we go somewhere, she saw a house online and it's nice. If they want us there for a long time, she said I said, well, tell them we'll pay 6 months up front. And then their backyard, they got like one concrete area, but just show them what you've done to the yard and say, listen, if you want, we'll move it all over and landscape your backyard, which would add a lot of value to the place, like the pond and all the palm trees and all the pavers and the gazebo. We'll just relocate it to another yard, because if they're going to bulldoze it down anyway, no, so you're leaving it there, is it?
And what have you got in the ponds?
Frogs and tadpoles.
Oh.
Lots of frogs. I told my wife maybe we should tell the government there's a rare frog there and they can't bulldoze it.
There you go.
Because normally if there's a rare tree frog somewhere and shit, they can't touch it. You've got lots of frogs and tadpoles in there, so maybe it's a rare frog that they can't. Oh, we'll have the greenies out front, Adam Bant. Hands off. Which is hard too, because that street we're on's that one-way street, and they have units there. It's like a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Cars in the street everywhere. You can't.
Yeah.
So yes, I probably mid-year got to start looking. We're starting to look now, because you never know when they put the kibosh on you. So you got to get out. So yeah, but the thing was sad, because Don, he's lived there for. These people own 2 homes and that, but I think there must be something going on, because they told Don, who lives next door, they'd never sell as long as he's alive. So we figured, okay, we're going to be here for a long time till Don dies. That's why we did a lot of the work, and they even put like the fence up out front, security doors, which, you know, adds phone. And they didn't care what we did. They're really good owners, but I think there must be going on. Maybe he's going through divorce, because the people we rent through, they actually went to a different real estate to sell through. So the lady who's Claire, she's really nice. She's all up in arms about it. She doesn't know what's going on. But this other house they had, a guy's lived in that for 25 years, took care of his mother until she died in that house. And they said the same thing. They'd never sell it while he's alive. And they're selling that one too. So after all those years, he's got to find a new place to live as well. So they must be maybe going for a money grab.
Yeah.
Which sucks.
Yeah. No, it's
especially this day and age too. When we heard about it, like last year, we went, okay, we'll probably get another year out of it still, but I figured if we've got to go and you find a place, go, because we went to look at some places. You pull up and there's already 60 people lined up.
Yep.
You're like, fuck this. I don't even get out the car. I'm like, let's move on to the next one. Yeah, it's so hard to get real estate or houses now. People are like, well, why don't you buy a house? It's like, because I'm 50 odd now. It's like, you're never really going to own it, am I? 30 odd years, hopefully I'll be alive, but if I'm not, it's like, fuck it, I'd rather just rent than. Like I said, these people in really, as soon as there's a problem, you can call them up and they'll get a plumber there the next day and shit. So you don't want to go, I don't want to buy a house and then you go, oh no, I've got to replace all the pipes and do all this shit. So yeah. And the price of homes now anyway, fucking hell.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. You'd have to go live out the middle of nowhere to get a decent house.
Yeah, no, it's a massive issue for so many people.
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah, and nothing's going to happen because all the politicians...
The politicians reckon they're going to build how many? 100,000 a year?
Yeah.
But yet you can come in illegally or something and get housing.
Yeah.
But Australians can't get housing. You're on a waiting list. I think for public housing, some people have been on a waiting list for 7 years, 8 years.
Yeah.
Even if they've got disabilities, they still can't get one. But illegals somehow get one.
Yeah.
Now, if you want more great videos of me answering questions, go to samsfitness.com.au